And welcome to another edition of the KellumMD.com video podcast. Gabe Farias and Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr. Why am I moving around like that? I look odd. Come on, Gabe. Focus up. Focus up. Dr. Kellum, how are you doing today, sir?
Weird.
Weird. Yeah. No, and it's funny because I'm always, first of all, you're doing well.
Yes.
I saw your son, Christian,
Yes.
all grown up and going to medical school.
Very proud of him.
8 short years later, and he is going to be running this this kingdom, isn't he? Unless he goes into like surgery and makes $1 billion or something. Little inside medical school joke, I guess. You're not going into family medicine.
Dude, I'm
gonna be a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna do, Dr. Kellum?
Yeah.
You heard me clearing my throat. I've had it for a long time, and come to think of it, a lot of people that I know have it, which is acid reflux.
Oh, good.
GERD is.
Weren't we talking about fatigue?
Oh. No, of course not. We're going to talk about whatever the talent wants to talk about.
I mean, we'll talk about whatever.
Okay, let's talk about fatigue.
We can talk about,
we
can talk about
GERD.
clearing your throat.
That's coming up next on the KellumMD.com video podcast, which is a word, it's a sentence that's probably never been used before. But anyways, so fatigue, another great question I hear all the time. Man, I don't feel like myself. I feel tired. I'm just, kind of out of it. And these are all sentences that I use. Dr. Kellum, fatigue is a common thing, especially as you age in life.
Yeah, very true, Gabe. So that probably constitutes about half the things we see every day.
Really?
Yeah, and it's interesting because in all ages, we certainly look at that to see, but it's a really important thing. Sometimes when you see things so frequently, you're wondering, okay, to what degree is it really an issue? But what we find and what people out there, when they're feeling tired, get to the doctor because it's an important workup that you look at.
Yeah.
Because there's many, many things that can cause it.
And you're absolutely right. It could be from, and I say mundane, as simplistic as, your testosterone's low too.
Right.
We found something in your blood. We really got to go out and get it checked. And it all kind of goes back to the premise of get a regular checkup. I mean, as rudimentary as it sounds, that's kind of the important role in medicine.
As we've said a zillion times, yes, that's an important thing to do for sure. But when you have fatigue, get to the doctor because it's really important because it can be from anemia, it can be from testosterone in males and in women, strangely enough. It can be from sleep apnea, which is a really problematic issue that's super underdiagnosed in my opinion. So for all of you out there or all of your husbands that are out there that are snoring, stop breathing at night, that's a really important thing. And fatigue seems relatively mundane, to use your word, but it really can lead to some issues. And so it's an important thing to do. We want to look at thyroid. We want to look at iron levels. We want to look at emotional state. And there's a lot of things that can do that. And ultimately, we can evaluate that. We can implement changes that make a difference with that. And then we get people living healthy because diet plays a big part of that. Exercise plays a big part of that as well. And so if you're feeling tired, please don't dismiss that because it's really important because it can always be a sign of other things. And it's important to get that evaluated.
Yeah, and I kind of want to go in order of this. I want to talk about eating right, diet. You talked about that. Then I want to talk about sleep because those are two things that people can actually work on, deal with without a whole lot of medical treatments, I guess, so to speak. But eating right is kind of a low-hanging fruit way to just kind of get your body going.
True. I mean, it's the fuel that you put in your body. So if you're, eating a lot of carbs, eating a lot of sugars, I mean, those things don't sustain you for a very long period of time. They may make you feel better in the short term, but they're not going to really fuel you like you need to. You got to get, eat proper amount of proteins and vegetables and things like that because our body really responds to the things we put into our gut. And so that's a really important part of that for sure. And then sleep was the other thing you mentioned is really very important. And often people say, I sleep fine all night long, but it's not necessarily the duration of sleep. Why are you laughing?
Because you looked at me, you went sleep. Did you see that he did that to me? You didn't see it? He goes, sleep. But you helped me with my sleep apnea issue, and it's
And that's
very helpful.
That was the point that we were going to get to with that. So it's not necessarily the duration of sleep; it's the quality of sleep. And so, although people say, "Oh, I sleep all night long," it really is that. quality.
But do you though? I mean,
Truly.
yeah.
And so that makes a difference. And so, it's an important. And there's simple home sleep studies that can be done that don't take time out of your day, that are easy to do. That really do help us understand.
Dr. Kellum, there are apps that you can on your iPhone, on your Apple Watch, whatever, you sleep with it, and it will tell you only got 32 minutes worth of deep sleep. You got 4 or 5 hours of light sleep, and you woke up 8 times in the middle of the night, and you don't necessarily know that. But there are apps. I, though, agree with you. Getting those sleep studies, they're not like the sleep studies were that you sent me to. I thought you were punishing me when you sent me to my first sleep study. Either that or sending me to the moon.
Yes.
One of the two.
I mean, they were relatively archaic, right? So you sleep in a lab that was pretty sterile. They put stuff all over your head.
On your head, your arms, and they say, don't move.
Yeah, it was really crazy. But things, as things evolve in medicine, we've gotten better at that. So there's really important things that we can, or simple things that we can look at, very important issues, and really determine that. But to the point of fatigue, the diet is super important, sleep is as important as well, and then all the metabolic things, as we talked about in the blood, is really important for us to diagnose that. And then the other part of it is just how we're feeling. And so if people are down, they're having struggles, that can bring on a lot of fatigue as well. So as we touch all aspects of life and causal issues, like I said, we could really narrow that down, and there's a lot that can be done to help people.
Supplements too. I mean, I take a 20 milligram pill of ginkgo biloba every day. Ginkgo biloba.
So it's important to get evaluated first so that you can see, because obviously it's not helping you with
But in all seriousness, a vitamin B supplement, a multivitamin supplement.
What I would say to that, though, is you want to understand what you're treating, right? So you don't want to just shotgun stuff and not really understand what you're doing.
100%.
So get evaluated. And it may be as simple as taking some B supplements, but don't just presume that. And I think that's where people kind of misstep a little bit.
Sure.
Get it done. All of that stuff can be looked at, and then you can really design your treatment and your supplement intake to really affect the thing that's causing the issue. And so, yes, you can take a whole panoply of things, and it may not help, but it's important that we really try to understand what it is.
Yeah, and to that point, you detected this early when you were doing blood work, and that was that I had a vitamin D deficiency. Yeah. And boy, I've been taking that, and it's really made a difference. That also, and I know we've covered it in other podcasts, but HRT, a hormone replacement therapy, that can help with fatigue.
It sure can.
Bigly, if you will.
I won't. But those are important points, again, to the fact that we want to understand where deficiencies lie. And so, again, and get checked. Fatigue is an important thing. It's something that really affects people. It affects quality of life. And so we can really make a difference with that. Just take the time. You're worth getting it done because you're worth feeling better. And there's definitely things that can be done to make a difference with that. And
also, and I don't mean to frighten or scare people, but if you have fatigue and you're outdoors all the time, boy, fatigue plus the sun just baking on you can equal some really bad stuff.
It's definitely stuff we want to stay away from, for sure.
Yeah. So, Dr. Kellum, summer's over.
Yeah.
We're ready. I'm already planning my Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl party.
Nice.
Like you're going to be there by yourself, but nothing but stars and streamers. That was going to be sad. How was your summer?
It was good. Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. You got to get a sophomore who's playing football right now. So you got a little Thursday night, Friday night lights going.
They're in the middle of the 105 degrees.
Go Buttons.
That's exactly right.
All right. There you go. Well, I say go Cowboys, but I'm actually saying go Cardinals because my nephew Nicholas is the starting center for the Southside Cardinals varsity football team.
And my son is playing your old school.
Oh, that's right.
Makalam.
All right. Well, Dr. Kellum, thank you so very much. We're not gonna talk about GERD. That's coming up, buddy.
Okay.
All right. That's going to wrap up this edition of the KellumMD.com video podcast for Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr. I'm Gabe Farias, folks. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.